Hello, it is Crystal and welcome back to another video here on my channel. Today's video is jam-packed with motivation. I have some disgusting cleaning that I'm going to be sharing with you, and then also going to be sharing the most delicious dessert. It's a must try this fall for you, and I'm going to share that all in today's video. First of all, I wanted to say thank you so much for watching this video. I am so happy to have you here. Now, I hope this video motivates you to maybe complete a few tasks around the house. And I also really want you to try this new recipe I found on Pinterest. It is so good. So I'm going to be sharing lots of cleaning motivation as well as a delicious recipe as well. So first of all, I am starting off with laundry. If you watched last week's videos, I was kind of out and about doing lots of shop with me's. And so now things around the house have definitely fallen behind. So I think I ended up doing about 4 or 5 loads of laundry on this day. It is seriously never ending. Oh my gosh, so we're going to do some laundry. I'm also going to be up in Madden's room doing some tidying up in there because every once in a while the kids' rooms need a mother's touch. I'm also going to be doing some cleaning in our mud room as well, kind of starting to prepare things for the winter months, which it's crazy to think about that it's almost here. And then also just some everyday cleaning that I need to get done around the house. So lots to share with you. Right now, I'm just going through and folding all of the kids' clothes, 2 baskets worth, 2 loads worth. It probably could have been 3, but sometimes I feel like I maybe fill our washing machine just a little bit too full. But how I will do it is I will just clear off a space. Usually it's on our living room floor, but today I decided to do it in the kitchen table. And then I'll just separate out different piles for each kid, like pants will have a pile and shorts for each. So I end up with like 15 to 20 different piles, it seems like. So I need a big space. But once they're all folded, I'll load them up into the laundry basket, carry them upstairs. The one item I do not fold are any like tops or dresses, that kind of stuff, because all of those get hung up in the closet. And I just drape them on the top, and it makes it a lot easier when I actually head upstairs to their bedrooms to just quickly slide the hangers in and get them hung up.
Yeah, he would tell me we have time to laugh and time to heal. Our favorite song is on repeat, drinking wine until the dawn, knowing soon we'll be back home.
I am now up in Madden's room just putting away clothes, and I decided to just go ahead and give his room a little tidy up. I also want to rearrange his furniture on the wall where the dresser is at. I finally have a little bit of time, so I thought I would do that today as well. But if you missed the video, I basically kind of gave his room a makeover back when the whole stay-at-home orders kind of began. I painted all of his woodwork white, added the board and batten wall, and then we got him a new bed. And that was kind of all that I did at the time, just using a lot of things that we already had on hand at home. But now as we're kind of out and about a little bit more, I've slowly been adding different pieces to his room. So he has a big love of Minecraft right now, and so he's added a few pillows since that video, and I'm thinking I might do a couple of like video game prints above his dresser at some point. So there's still more to do in here, but we're slowly adding pieces as we find them and think that they would work in his room. So this black locker that you can kind of see in the corner, I recently found that at Hobby Lobby, and I thought it was like the perfect thing to put in his room. I love that it's black. It's definitely something that can grow with him, and of course it offers some storage. So I'm going to do a little bit of rearranging as I clean to help make that fit in.
Beating hearts don't lie. An empty page, a story to write. I'm in love, you're divine, and it's all in our signs. We're going away. Get your bag, check the tag. Decision is made. Lock your door, need no more. It's already paid. Cancel your mail for a while. It's a journey for life, and I'm your ride. Hang on, we'll be long gone. Hang on.
I basically just ended up sticking it in the corner at an angle, and so far it's pretty empty in that locker. He has his Dogman books in the top there. Those are his prized possessions. He finally just completed his collection, and so he was really excited to put those in there. So that's all he has in there for now, but I see him putting like Legos in each compartment. There's just so many different things we can do. So I thought that was kind of a fun find for a little boy's room. So now I'm just making his bed. We picked this up from Betty's back when I did his room makeover, and we still love it so much, and I feel like it's such a neutral print that it goes with kind of any sort of like decor that we add in the room. Minecraft, for instance, the grays go really well, so I think it all worked out. But the Minecraft, I know I'll get questions. All of the Minecraft pieces are from Target. They've had some really good deals on just pillowcases and their little stuffed animals. So kind of fun to add. He sure loves them. Every morning when he comes downstairs, he brings that green creeper off his bed as well as his blanket. So part of my morning routine is I always have to lug it back up to his room once he goes to school. I will definitely make sure to share more of Madden's room once we add a few more pieces. But anyways, I decided since I had the vacuum out, I would do our room as well. I try to keep up with this, but sometimes it can be an afterthought just because we aren't up here throughout the day. So I'm definitely glad to get this done. I was going to actually vacuum Macy's room, but hers was a disaster and I wanted her to actually clean that up herself before we pull out all of the Halloween decor. So on Monday, the kids actually have a holiday at home, so we plan to pull out the decorations then. So her goal over the weekend was to get her room cleaned and ready to go for that. But now we're done upstairs. Moving back down here, I have just a little bit of cleaning I want to do before I share that dessert with you. Wiping down the kitchen table. I'm still using my fall decorated tiered tray, but once the kids pull out the rest of the Halloween, I'm going to switch that out with the tiered tray that I shared with you in my Halloween video. And so yeah, I'm just gonna clean the sliding glass door. You can kind of see how dirty it was from handprints and the dog nose, all of that. And I always get questions on the cleaner I'm using. I showed it a little bit, it was kind of fast there, but it's the Spray Away glass cleaner. I get it from Walmart, but it's an aerosol can and I just love it. It's so fun. I just love the foam that sprays out. But now that my doors are clean, I'm going to share with you another nasty part of our door, and that is kind of that little area where the door slides open. There's lots of bugs and dust and dog hair in there that every time I walk by it, I'm like, I must clean that, and then I never do it. So today, I'm going to be sharing that with you. I basically just took like a wet paper towel and kind of wedged it in there, and look how much I got out. Let me just tell you, this was one of those things that was not as hard as I thought it was going to be, and I am so glad I did that. I definitely plan to keep up with this little cleaning task much better now.
I'm so tired of love songs, like never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone who wants me to. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs. I'm sick and tired of love songs. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of you. I'm so tired of love songs. Sick and tired of love songs.
Back into the laundry room I go, and what I am doing here is just hanging to dry all of my tops as well as my husband's. Basically what I will do is just run them through the dryer for like 2 to 3 minutes to get some of the wrinkles out, and then I hang them all to dry. So I'll just let them hang overnight and then bring them up, which I will share with you because today's video is actually 2 days worth of cleaning footage.
I'm so tired of love songs that never turns out the way they do. I've been trying for so long, looking for someone to help me through. I've heard every cliche there is, and none of them make sense. I'm so tired of love songs.
On this day, we were actually having some family over for dinner, and I wanted to make a yummy dessert to share with them. And so I found this pumpkin pie crisp off of Pinterest, and you know I will link it because I highly recommend it. This is probably my favorite fall recipe I have tried yet. And you have to try it. It was literally the easiest thing too. As long as you have some heavy whipping cream and a can of pumpkin on hand, you probably already have all of the ingredients that you need. It maybe took me 10 minutes to get it all whipped up and into the oven. And I will just say the house smelled amazing, which was a double bonus. But yes, I highly recommend this recipe. I definitely prefer baking over cooking any day of the week, and I'm so glad I could share this with you because it was that good.
I can show what you mean to me, 'cause I don't know what to do if you go. I just don't know what to do if you go. I've been so selfish and made you believe that you're not good enough.
Now that I have the filling in the cast iron skillet, I am just moving on to the streusel part of the recipe. And I had my doubts about this part because mine did not look like the pictures. I was like, oh my gosh, Crystal, you screwed something up and you're gonna embarrass yourself. But I did redeem myself. Have no fear. Once it came out of the oven, it looked really good.
Look ahead, the sea is calm, and I know we've been through a lot, but just wait. Wait for better days to come and carry us like wind in our sails. Hold on tight, I can smell the shore, it's right in front of us if we just hold on tight. This vision that I saw is getting closer every dawn. Ooh, we are dreamers of the...
Usually I am one to cram all of the dirty dishes into the dishwasher, but these three I decided to keep out and just hand wash because I had a little bit of time while my pumpkin pie crisp was in the oven. So I took just a couple minutes and washed those, and I'm glad I did. That saved a little bit of room in our dishwasher for when we were cleaning up after dinner. But now it is finally out of the oven. Look how delicious it looks, and it was a big hit. My mother-in-law who was over, she said, you must give me this recipe, so I'll have that linked below. Now we are on day 2 of motivation to share with you. I didn't quite get everything done I wanted to get accomplished, so I decided to start back up bright and early the next day to get everything done. But I just started off with a cup of coffee, and I will typically also light a candle. If we are planning to stick at home for the day, I will light a candle, and I feel like between the two, it's like the perfect combination to start off a good day at home. My plan was to do a lot of cleaning in our mudroom and laundry room area, and so to do that I wanted to make some space in there, so I'm putting away now all of the clothes that I washed and hung to dry. But I store a lot of our coats and shoes that we use on a daily basis in our mudroom, and then anything that's out of season either goes in our front coat closet or into our bedrooms. It kind of depends on what it is. But as we're kind of transitioning seasons now and the kids are growing, I need to just go through everything, pack some stuff away, bring out some of the warmer gear, that kind of stuff. So right now I'm just going through all of our jackets, putting away like any lighter ones and leaving out kind of the more fallish type jackets. And I cannot believe it, I'm already starting to think about snow pants and snow boots. I cannot believe winter is almost here.
We're dancing in the park. Nothing's wrong with when I start, 'cause you look better in the dark. Oh, counting days I made it through without someone like you. We're running out of light. Time is changing day to night, and you keep asking why.
I have had comments in the past as to why I would use fabric or cloth bins to store all of our dirty shoes, but honestly they do not get too dirty, just like some dirt in the bottom and leaves, that kind of stuff. So as long as I keep up with vacuuming them out when I change shoes for each season, like, they don't bother me. I prefer these types of bins because they are easy for the kids to pull out. They don't scratch up our woodwork, and so it's working out really well, and we're going to continue to use them. But in the bins, I try to keep things pretty minimal so the kids don't have a ton of choices as we're trying to head out the door. The twins, of course, they have 2 of everything, but everyone else, you know, they have a pair of boots in there, they'll have like a pair of tennis shoes, and then 1 pair of nicer shoes is kind of how I try to keep things. You know, Macy, she might have a couple extra because girls love her shoes, but for the most part, this just kind of helps speed up our morning routine as we're heading out the door. It's not everyone digging through bins trying to find the matching shoe, so it works well. I'm just going through right now though, taking out all the summer sandals or anything that's too small and putting them in a basket, and then I'll bring them up to our bedrooms and either stash them away for next year or pack them up for good. And putting in only the ones that are really working for us right now.
Oh, 'cause I will find the way on my own. Oh, I don't wanna be running from you, but I know what I'm running from. Oh, you keep saying fine, but I'm not in line. No, no, not this time. 'Cause I will find the way on my own. 'Cause I control my body and my soul. Don't wanna be whole. I don't wanna be for you. I'm just unknown, and you're not that someone who will find my heart and bring peace to my mind to move on.
If you are enjoying today's video, I would very much appreciate it if you hit that thumbs up button. Honestly, that just lets me know that you like these types of video. You like being motivated, seeing me clean or bake or try new things, and I just love sharing these types of videos with you. So anyways, hit that thumbs up button. But I'm just kind of finishing up, wiping down in the laundry room. It gets really dusty in here. I'm probably just from the dryer and all the things, I don't even know, but I'm just going through and wiping everything down. I'm using the 7th generation wood cleaner. I get it off of the Grove Collaborative website. I would say it's probably my favorite. Whenever they have it in stock, I definitely purchase one to have on hand. Cleaning our floors is definitely needed. From far away, they don't look dirty, but let me just tell you, they are disgusting. And so I'm pulling up all the rugs. You know I mean business when I pull up the rugs and shake them outside. I actually washed them probably a week or so ago, so I'm not going to wash these ones. However, the rug by our kitchen sink does need to be cleaned. I wash that pretty much every single week. It just gets pretty dirty because of the location of it, and you know, when my husband's in the kitchen, it seems like it gets extra dirty as well. So the rug that's actually by our sink is a ruggable rug, and you can wash the top part, but the bottom piece you cannot put in the washing machine, but it is so dirty. So I'm going to be sharing with you how I clean the kind of like the non-slip mat that goes underneath the rug. It's so gross, and when it is done, it looks so much better. So we have had this rug by our kitchen sink now for over a year. It's been at least a year for sure. And I've never cleaned this part. I think mainly because it's not something that can go in the washing machine. And I always thought it would take a bunch of time. But as I was picking it up, I'm like, oh my gosh, I cannot like hide this anymore. So what I basically am doing, I just took a bowl of hot soapy water. I actually used my Mrs. Meyer's dish soap in the apple cider set, so it smells really good too. And then I just am taking a brush and scrubbing the back of it. The other side is kind of Velcro. It didn't really need to be cleaned except for kind of the edges. So just kind of using my brush, scrubbing, and then I took a hose to it to spray it all off. I'm just gonna let it hang dry on our back deck, and I think it took probably like 3 or 4 hours to completely dry, but I wanted to do this today because I think it was one of the last like nice days that we were planning to have for a while.
Now I haven't been sure with this. It's supposed to be a bliss, being alone, being free in every way. Didn't know what I like the feel of it, putting out what you had lit, but let me tell you, these things don't hurt a bit, 'cause you see, I was all wrapped up in everything.
I feel like I might be one of the last YouTubers who still uses a good old broom and dustpan. I think for the most part, when I watch a cleaning video, I see vacuums being used. Let me know which you use. Do you still use a broom, or are you a vacuum throughout your kitchen floors type of person? I don't know. It's just something I am so used to now since I do a lot of my cleaning during nap times. But anyways, I always just kind of laugh to myself that I am so old school right now using my broom. And you know, it's October. I feel like we should all have our brooms out right now.
Now what was it you used to say? How you needed a solid way to be yourself. Now you're free in every way, and you see, I was all wrapped up in everything. But now that I'm out, I got
If you are not following me on Instagram yet, I would love to have you join me over there as well. On the days when I am not posting YouTube videos, you can usually find me over there posting different stories or photos of what we are up to for the day. And I just like to share over there with you as well. And of course, we can message and do all that fun stuff as well. But most recently, I posted our whole family went on a little weekend adventure. We did some, I would say hiking, but not really. We walked some trails and just really enjoyed the scenery. The trees are just gorgeous this year. I don't know what it is, but just absolutely beautiful. So I did share some photos on Instagram of that, and we had a really good time. I hope that you have been able to get out and enjoy it as well. Like I mentioned earlier, I do most of my cleaning during nap time. That hour and a half they are napping is just precious for getting things done around the house. And so I think for that reason, I do really enjoy this spin mop, because you can just zoom around really quick and it does a really good job. I always like to see how dirty the water is at the end of it. But this is definitely one of my Amazon favorites. I didn't talk about it in my kitchen video, but it is for sure one of them. And so I'll link it below for you just in case you are looking for a new mop. I bought the set that only comes with one mop head, and that is more than enough because I do not mop that frequently where I need to have multiple ones available. So I enjoy it. You can just see me zoom around and get things done.
I fell into a big black hole. It got me stone cold. Wizard of Oz can undo what I've done. Completely out of luck this time. I'm stuck in reverse.
I actually wasn't even planning to clean up in this living room today, but I decided, you know, I was trapped in here with wet floors in the kitchen. My phone, actually, I left it on the kitchen counters, and I did not want to go walk on the flooring out there while it was drying. So I'm like, you know, I guess I'll just keep on cleaning. So that's what I'm doing here, just tidying up. I try to keep this space clean, but it just always ends up back out on the floor here. But I try at least, and I got it on camera, so there is proof that I do clean up that space of toys. But now I'm just going to finish off this room doing a quick vacuum. For the most part, I'll use my robot vacuum, but every once in a while I like to go in with this heavy duty Shark. It cleans so well. It's kind of frustrating at times to have the cord, but it does, I feel like, just a little bit better job than some of the more lighter weight vacuums, if that makes sense. So I'm going to clean up in here and in my office while I wait for my floors to dry.
It's making me crazy. If you could only look at me, you know how I feel. Know how I feel. Oh, see how much I want it. See how bad I need it. You gotta look into my eyes. That's how much I want it. That's how bad I need it. You gotta look into my eyes. Think twice before you let me go. My eyes are mirrors of my soul. See how much I want it. See how bad I need it. You gotta look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes. I'm dancing on the tables, trying my best to forget. Ooh, then no one coming through the door. It's your silhouette. Your silhouette.
All right, my friends, that is going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed cleaning along with me and getting some things done. I am going to give you one last shot of what my rug ended up looking like. It definitely doesn't slide around as much anymore, and it looks a lot better as well. So anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.